Well, hello everyone. This is Suzanne D'Ambrosi from Harness Horse Youth Foundation. And in your holiday kits, you probably saw one of the crafts where we have all the directions for you. And I actually printed it out, and you can follow along with the directions. I also drew this out, so this way you can kind of see the directions also. And this really comes in handy. So I have both of them out. So we're going to do this. We're going to go along. We're going to do this together, or you can watch it and come back on. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to do everything with you. So I have the directions. All right. Um, let's start with what we need, what I gave you to do. Oh, what are we making? That would help, right? So we are going to make this photo frame, and it's made out of a harness racing shoe. And we make sure you each have one in your kit. All right, here's one here. From here, it's going to become this. And this will slip in, and you can put in whatever photo you want. This is not my horse, Indy, but it was my horse, Mister. And I just happened to grab that. And you can put your favorite horse in there if you want to. So let's put Miss Atlanta back in here. All right, so let's get down to business. All right, make sure you have everything out. You got to make sure you have your frame, your horseshoe. That's the one thing. Pipe cleaners. We gave you pipe cleaners. There's 8 pipe cleaners in here, and that should be more than enough because I've made so many of these to be sure. Mine are all green. You know why mine are all green? Because all the different colors went out to you. We had so many people requesting the holiday boxes. I had to keep some for myself to show you, and there's all different colors. You have cardstock. We made sure we put cardstock. That'll be for the frame. That's for the frame backing. So that is for the frame backing. And make sure you have a pencil. I like a pencil because then you can erase it. Okay. You're going to see me do this with a black pen. And the reason is I want you to see it. If I do pencil, you're not going to be able to see it. Okay. Scissors, handy dandy scissors. Okay. Be careful with these. Make sure you have an adult with you or, an older brother and sister that could help you out. Hole punch. It's optional. I really love hole punches. You can do it to make holes. You can do an end of a pencil, but I don't like it. You can really mess up your fingers and poke your fingers instead. So I like a hole punch. You can get these in the dollar store. So we're going to have a hole punch. All right. So let's get down to business. All right. If you don't have all your supplies out, you can always just put this video on hold, go get them, and put them right down. You're going to see me putting this back and forth because this way you see it. Okay. See my wreath in the back? I made that wreath. That wreath is made out of the horseshoes. All right. And I wanted to decorate, and I saw that. And yeah, they're actually made out of horseshoes too. So look, you get an idea. You can make something. All right. So let's look at number 1. And what you're going to do is using your cardstock on a flat surface. I'm going to bend this down now, and I'm going to do it towards you. Okay. You are placing the horseshoe on top. That's number 1. All right. There we go. Next, number 2, hold the horseshoe down with fingers of one hand. I'm left and right-handed. I can do either, but I'm going to do it righty. So hold it down, and with your pencil, and it shows right in the pictures. Remember, we got these pictures to look at, all right? You're going to go and do the outline starting on the top. So look where it is. Come around. Hold it tight because you don't want to move while you're drawing it. And come up. Remember, I did the black pen so you guys could see it. And you can see where I stopped and started, but it doesn't matter. All right? We don't do the top. Now, what it also shows in there is in figure B, with your pencil, you're going to make a line from here to here to here. Because this is going to be, you can see how that's going to be your top. Okay? So, this is a little, you can just draw it in. If one line's shorter than the other, it doesn't matter. By eye, come across. Is it a little off? Yeah, but it doesn't matter because we're going to trim it up a little bit. All right, I think I did that pretty good. Okay, with your scissors. Okay, now we're going to cut out our backing. All right, so what I like to do is when I cut it out, I like to go slightly inside of that line. Why? Because when I put it behind there, I don't want to see that white. You see how I don't see the white here? Okay, I can feel it, but I don't see it. So let's do that. So, carefully. You can start wherever you want. I like to start going across. That's just because it's me. So let's go down. Let's cut around. Oops. Sometimes I hold it and realize you guys aren't really seeing it. You're just seeing my hand. So carefully, slowly go around. I'm really like on the inside part of that line. Okay. Sometimes I have found that some people get near the end, they get a little lazy and are like, yeah, okay, I'm almost done. And that's where you mess up. So you really want to go nice and slow the entire time. Almost done. Almost done with my frame backing. Okay, I don't like this. Okay, we don't need this. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to hold it behind there. Whoops. I'm going to look at it. I want to pop this back up because I want it against my shirt because my shirt's navy blue. And I can see it and you can see it better. Let me look at it. Take a look at it. See anything sticking out? I do. I do on mine right up in there. So what I'm going to do, I thought I saw that. Carefully, I'm just going to cut in a little bit. Do you know if it is off a little bit on top, when it's all done, you can always trim off the top. Okay. Keep it down flat. So at the top, it doesn't really matter how high it goes. Okay, and there you go. I'm just going to come in a little bit because it's me. I'm a perfectionist, which is not good. That's why sometimes crafts take forever with me. Alrighty, so you should have all your supplies right here, nice and neat. Okay, I'm going to keep it flat. All right, after we have that, we can put the horseshoe off to the side. Now we have this. Some people get nervous with this, how to do this, but it's really easy. If you keep this here, right here, you can take a look at how I do my little dots. So I'm going to do this for you, and I'm going to do it for you upside down. All right. So I like to start on the bottom. So these little two circles, what you're doing them for is actually to attach it. Okay. So these, we'll show you at the end how these come through. And then it attaches it to the frame. So that's what these dots are for. All right. So really put this with you so you can see. It really gives you an idea how to do it. I'm going to do it without it because I've done so many of these. Oh, here you go. Now, you don't want it way up here because if it's way up here, if it's here, and you put this on, your dots are too high. So just like it says in the directions, you don't want, you put it real close. So I eye it up. And they're close together, but not too close together. Okay, this is just giving you an idea. Okay, there you go. And then you're going to spread them out. That's what's good about the pencil. You all use the pencil. So there we go. Here. It was a little too far away from there. So if it was a little too far away, like I did, because I'm doing it upside down, just remember very, very close. It doesn't matter how high here you go. Close. Close. And I look and straight across and see where it is roughly and close. See? These are good. This one was a little too far over. But the best part is, you know, the best part is, let's just say if, you know, like mine's you pencil you can erase and I can't, I can always flip it on the other side. There you go. I can always do that. Okay, now I want to read these directions exactly. Okay, let's go down to number 8. Use a hole punch to make the holes in the dots. So, carefully, because if you do it too close, you're going to be too close. So, 1, 2. You can see my dots a little because I did the pen, and I want this even a little closer. You know why does it matter? I'll tell you why. I wanted it slightly more. You're not going to see it. All right? You're not going to see where I wanted it that slightly little bit. Here's the bottom. Blink. Blink. And you can see it's not too close where it's going to rip. Okay? Here. Here. Okay? Just no closer than that. This I did too close together. So I'm going to move it up a little. So I did that a little too close. But you have a pencil. I did a pen. That's why you got to do pencils. So I'm going to move this up a little more. And does it matter? No, because it's going to be covered. Again, I wanted to do the black for you. Okay. Ooh, now the fun part. So we're going to set this off to the side. All right. Now we're going to get into the horseshoe trim. All right. So in there, I actually showed you guys. I'm going to bring this up. Okay. Because I'm going to do this way, and why not see my face and my wreath, right? Okay, so here's the next part. Most of the shoes didn't have holes, so we did it to show you without holes. Like this one has holes, so I could always go through it. Your shoes did not have horseshoes because holes in them. You know why? Because there's sometimes that track dirt gets in there, and you can't get it out, and you could scrub and scrub and scrub, and you can't get it out. So most of yours do not. So let's get over here. I'm going to read this to you. Hold the horseshoe in your hand with the front facing you. It's facing me, right, guys? So with the pipe cleaner, and I'm going to be on the left side. It's probably backwards for you, but I'm going to hold it with your finger. Got that? If you're left and right-handed like me, you're going to breeze through it. Put the pipe cleaner on the left side. All right. Doesn't matter if you're left or right. If you want to start on the right, start on the right. Doesn't matter. Okay. Now you're going to take it. You want like 2 inches. I always found it's like 2 inches. And in that picture, you can see how I took it. I'm going to do this slow. Look what I did. I started to twist it. If you're young enough, if you're young and you need help with that, you're just going to twist. You're making it really tight. You know, this top one's going to be nice and tight. Okay, so twist it really, really tight. So put the horseshoe in your hand. Your tail should be about 2 inches. And the reason I did that was it gives you, you can like play with it. If it's too short, it's just going to be annoying. So do that. I'm just reading. The twisted pipe cleaner should have approximately 2 inches and the long length of the pipe cleaner on the other. Okay, here's where you're going to start wrapping. Okay, bend that shorter end. I can do this here. Bend that shorter end just in the back. I'm just going to put it in the back. Like so. You know why? Because now I'm going to start wrapping. Now I'm putting it towards you. Some people like to go this way. I have a tendency of going on top and under. Top and under. Spread it out. You don't want to cover that shoe up. It's a beautiful, beautiful shoe. You can see Every shoe is different. My shoe is an average shoe. So I did like 4, maybe 5 times around. It looks like I did 4. So as you come around, you're like, oh, now what do I do? Here's what's important about having a tail. If I come all the way around, it's like, oh, now what do I do? Easy peasy. And it says right here on number 11, when a new pipe cleaner is needed, twist together the end of a new one. So you're going to take it. Oh, let's do it this way. You're going to take it. Maybe now I'll keep this down for you guys to look. And now you just extended it and go around. Oh, if you're not like, oh, I'm glad this worked out with that this way. When you knot 2 together, if your knot ends up on top, it doesn't matter. Yeah, this is an average size shoe. I found like I get 4 or 5 out of it. Okay, you get to the end. Okay, this one, it has this in here, so you can go right on top. Okay, take it, twist, not a whole lot, just a little bit, because you don't want to use up all your pipe cleaner twisting it. Twist, twist, bring it around, bring it around, bring it around. See, everybody's good. Bring it around, bring it around. Okay, I'm getting to that end. I'm going to turn it upside down because I like a little something to play with. I like a tail long enough that I can hold it. And twist. Twist. Isn't it coming out pretty? This one's all green. You all are going to have different colors. Now, you're going to eye it up. All right. I think I've used 4 so far. My other one I've used 5. So go ahead and start, like look ahead. I think, I don't want to, I'm going to use another one. So maybe I'll move these down a little bit so they look even. This is a smaller shoe than my other one. So I'm going to do this. Twist. You can see I'm twisting it. Twist. I'm going to have, this is a smaller one. There's a little left over. So come around. Look ahead. Yeah, I could have really moved this down. And if you see that. Oh, one other thing, which I'm sure you kids aren't doing this that I do. I have a tendency to go in too tight in here. You want to keep it a little loose. So I think that's about good in there. So now we get to number 12. Continue wrapping till the entire side is done. Number 12, it's on the next page. To end the wrapping of the horseshoe, make a slip knot. So this is a smaller shoe than what I used. So I'm going to actually give yourself enough tail. I want to give, did you know this is kind of gives you a rough estimate of what 2 inches is? My dad had taught me that. 1, 2, so it's approximately 2. I'm going to go a little more. Put that off to the side. So what you're going to do is you're going to do a little slip knot. This is what I do. Okay, you see it? Oh, this is going to be better than in the pictures. So I make a slip knot. Watch this. I slip it through. See how I did that? Slip it through. Pull it through. Try to get it as tight. I like to go in a second time because then it's a knot. See, that's kind of like ending it. And I tighten, and then I just tighten it. And I just twist, twist, and twist. I like to go just in and out, in and out, in and out, making a knot that way. But what you can do is, it's going to stay. It's not going to go anywhere. You could actually, you see that loop? I went through it a third time. I really didn't have to. I'm going to take this and I'm going to twist. Just an extra. What do you do with the tail? Tuck it in. And that picture tells you. Tuck it in. Tuck it in underneath what you've already weaved to make it disappear. If it's not neat, it doesn't matter because, oops, there we go. I go, oops, because then when you turn it around, you're like, oh, I got to fix that. Does it matter that it's neat? No, because we're going to be putting this on top of it. See, it's going to go on top of it. So it doesn't really matter. Alrighty, what's next? Oh, we're going to make the hanger. Oh, easy peasy. Of course, we're going to make the hanger. This is like super easy. And I have a picture of it. It was one of the pictures I did that I liked the most to do. So I'm going to go upside down for you. So what I do is you take it. Let's see if I say one or two. With a new pipe cleaner, slip one end on the back of the horseshoe between two. You know why I like to do two? It makes it more secure. So I took it. Let me do it again. I might have went too fast for you guys. Slip it in. Go underneath another one. Bring it up. And there's your twist. Okay? Twist and tighten. Twist and tighten. I do a lot. And then you can just flatten that down. Boom, boom. Now you can take it on this side and do the same thing. Okay, that is two. I think it's two. Yeah, it's two. You can see what length you want because you guys are going to have different horseshoes. I don't like them when they're real long. This is the one that I did. All right, I'm looking around my house. I make ones out of wire and gems and all kinds of thing, and I'm looking to see what I do. And I mean, you can do it this long. You can. You can do whatever length you want to do it. Let me pop this up, okay? You can make a long one or you can make a short one, whatever. You want it long enough that when you put this on, which is here, you know, you're going to see it's not too short. So I like this length. All right, you do what you want. So I'm going to put here, same thing, go under. I want to read exactly what I wrote in here. To make the hanger with a slip one end underneath the back of the horseshoe and then twist and tighten. So I bring it under. Okay, I brought it under. Oops, I got to bring this down. Bring it under. And then you can just twist. And that twisting is what tightens it. We're almost done. What do you think, huh? I hope you guys are all following along with me. I think you are. I take my time. All right. Not bad. I think I would have made this maybe a little longer, but that's up to you. All right. Let's look at the next one. Attach the frame backing to the horseshoe. All right. So what we're going to do, here it is. We're going to put this on top. These two, remember this is where you really have to concentrate, which I'm going to show you, and I want you to really look. I don't want this is where I had punched through, and you could see some of the dots that I went on alongside, so I don't want to throw you off. So I hold it, and then I look at it to make sure this top is straight. All right? So there we go. Okay, this part is, you're going to need 5 of these. Using 2 pipe cleaners, cut 5 pieces, 2 to 3 inches in length. You get out your ruler. 1, 2, and we even give you some extras because we don't know what size horseshoe you're going to get. So I take your ruler, and once you got one, you can go like this. Like this. I only need 2 more. Cut. Don't cut the tablecloth. I've done that before. Excuse me. Allergies. All right, so now we're going to attach this like we did here. All right, let's read what it says. With each pair of punch holes, place one end of the cut pipe cleaner in the cardstock from the top and weave underneath. Ooh, allergies. Hang on a second. Ah, go under. Okay, again, keep this straight on top. Know where you are on top. Okay, hold it. Your first initial one's going to be. Okay, I'm just going to go under. I'm going under one. I'm weaving under. I'm just doing one. Do one or two. I prefer two, but mine were kind of spread apart. And I was afraid I was going to reach too much. So I have one. Again, always look at the top to make sure you're even. The first one I ever did, oh my goodness, I put it all together. I looked at it. It was so crooked. I just started laughing all by myself. I said, oh my goodness, I never looked. I was so busy concentrating on this. Okay. There's extra here. You can cut it. Cut it after. All right. I like to go back on top just to keep it on straight because sometimes I did this side, not even realizing that I had it off like this. So I kind of like to go up on the top, look to make sure this is flat again. Okay. You want to make sure that's straight across because it'll move on you. All right. So poke through. This is going to go underneath the one I did with the hanger, where I made the hanger. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to go underneath. A lot of stuff. A lot of pipe cleaners. Okay, you with your little fingers, this is where you might need a little help. There we go. Sometimes if I have trouble and I can't really see because of all the little stuff, I come off to the side like this. Then I look to see where I'm at, and then I come up this way. All right. Make sure it's straight. Okay. And twist. I can always twist later. I like to twist at the end very good because in case I really did kind of mess it up, I can go back. Yep. Here you got this one. Let's do the same thing. Oops. I'm going to go here. I want to make sure you guys see it. And it's funny. I want to do it a certain way. So I did the same thing here. I put it through the hole. Oh, this went right under. I went right underneath the other pipe cleaners. Zip it in. Come through. It doesn't have to be really even because I'm probably going to cut the little tails anyway. And twist. Ooh, forgot to look. Boy, I was lucky. I always have to look at that top in here to make sure it's straight. And I did look. I mean, I did keep it straight. All right, then I go in here. See, these are set. These are pretty much anchored nice and straight. So let's do the same thing here. Go under like 2 or 3. If one of them super tight and you're like, oh, I can't get through there. You can do one. You can do one. It's not going to hurt. Oh, doing this, you want to be really, really careful because if you start tearing through and like, oh, I can't get it through there, you're going to rip those holes. You remember the hole punchers like in your notebooks? The same sort of thing. That's what's going to happen. So this one was getting a little stuck. That one was getting a little stuck on me. I have to turn it for a second because that angle I wanted you to see, it was messing me up. Get under there. You know what it is? I made it a little tight on this side. I made it a little tight, so I'm just going. What I did was, I'm going to show you what I did. This is a little error that I made. When I did this, I did it a little too tight, and because of that, I had trouble getting there we go, my pipe cleaner through. It was like really trying to sew something heavy. So there we go, pop up. So when you're winding, you want it tight, but you don't want it real tight because you're going to have a hard time. There we go. That one was giving me a fit. And the most important thing, as I said before, is you got to be patient or it's going to rip. Oh, this went right under. You know what? This is under just one of them, and that's okay. So we get this under. And you guys are going to look so pretty because yours are going to have all different colors. These make nice little Christmas presents too. If you have access to any horseshoes, used horseshoes, and you can get the pipe cleaners like right in the dollar store or your craft store to see if you have coupons, and it would be fun. Okay, you're basically done. I'm going to cut the tails. Make sure they're good and tight. So you want to make sure they're good and tight. Cut the tails. I think it's because I made them a little long. You can just fold them. Let's see what we got. Oh, I bet you yours are all gorgeous. And what we want you to do, if you made a really nice one, yeah, I would have done my hanger to hang this up. I would have put my hanger a little longer. So what you're going to do next is, this was my horse Mister. He was a standardbred. His name was Chai Mister. And it happened to be on my refrigerator, so I stuck it in. You can make anything bigger. You can cut it out. So you can put a picture in there. If you don't have any pictures, what we have is, where's Miss Elena? There we go. In your holiday box, we gave you a whole set of cards, Harness Heroes. And let me tell you, they are. Every horse in here is. Okay. All right. So there you go. You made this. You should be proud of yourselves. This is really, really good. Best thing is you can go back over this and check it out. Okay. Put it in. You can always take something too, and you can always cut it. A card. I have a lot of these. Okay. So if you want to cut and make sure you can eye it up. So let me just, you could do something really cool like this. You could do a round one. You could have a lot of fun with this. This little picture. Yeah, I wouldn't use this little picture because it's kind of like eaten off. But see, the fun you could do, you could just take a picture and cut it out, and now you got a picture. So I hope you enjoyed that craft. If you did, please let us know if you want to do further type of crafts like this. And if you like, I would love to see what you do. So you can email Miss Ellen at hhyf.org. And please send us a picture of what you did in your frame. And if you would like us to put it up on our Facebook page, we would love to put it up on the Facebook page. There's another craft in there in your holiday kit you can have fun with also. Okay, that's it. Enjoy, and thank you for tuning in. See you later, guys.